Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Straight Talk Commerce, where I help you work smarter, not harder. I am Wayne Altman, and in today's episode, I'm going to dive deep into one of the most underrated yet insanely profitable skills in all of business: email marketing. If you think email is dead, you need to think again. It's still one of the most effective ways to sell, but only if you do it right. So let's break down the top 10 email strategies that are going to boost your sales and transform your marketing game. This podcast begins in 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
No fluff, no hype, just the real deal. Wayne Altman's here, yeah, you know the drill. Talking business, talking shop, making moves non-stop. From e-com to hustle, straight talk, no props. Straight talk, no gimmicks, no lies. Hey, I break it down with the sharpest minds. Money, moves, mindset, grind. If you're ready to win, then tune in live. Big names, big games, all the lessons they bring. From Jelly Belly to AA Kings. From the startup grind to the top tier pros. We crack the code, now here we go. Straight talk, commerce, getting to know with Wayne Altman. Let's start the show.
All right, everybody, welcome back. Email has been around for a very long time. I can barely remember a time that we did not have email. We were not trying to communicate via electronic mail. And it didn't take very long for email to begin the process of people selling products via email. And from there, it didn't take long for it to be effective. And from there, it didn't take long before people got very annoyed at how much email. Pretty soon, the spam folder was invented. So we've known for a very long time that you can get way out of pocket, way out of hand with email, signing up, removing people from your lists. We are woefully without legislation on email. But if you know what you are doing, email is still incredibly powerful and incredibly profitable to your business. And you can build very quickly a very positive email marketing list that is creating oodles and gobs of money for your company, for your business. And people have asked, and I'm trying to answer now, what those techniques are. Here's what's going on. So the first thing that I would say to someone is you have to nail your subject line. Your subject line determines whether the email ever gets opened. We scan our email boxes, not from who sent the email, but from what the subject of that email is. And if you get that right, your email will get opened. If you get that wrong, it gets deleted, or it never even gets, the message never even gets out. Your subject line should spark either curiosity, urgency, or, in the absence of either of those, offer a very clear, very concise benefit. And let me give you some examples, some winning strategies with this. You could probably do a curiosity-driven subject line. You will not believe this sales hack, for example. That ends up in my email box a lot, and I'm a sucker. I open them all the time. But you also can move into, if you have a good email list and you're operating from a very small marketing list, a personalized. Hey, Frank, quick question for you. Couching it into, which you should be doing anyway, it's going to come up, to a regular communication, a regular email with your list. Then you also have the FOMO, fear of missing out. This is your last chance, 24 hours left to grab this deal. That seems to be a rather effective, giving people the fear that they are just about to miss something that otherwise they would want to take advantage of. But what you want to do is you want to test different styles and track your open rates to see what works best for the email list, your audience that you're working from. That's going to be really tip number one, is tracking everything that you do. We're going to talk later in this episode, and I promised a primer on A/B testing. Most people do not have any clue what A/B testing involves, and I want to give people some extra knowledge. So at the very end of this, we're going to talk about A/B testing and what that is and how it's important to you. Tip 2. Personalization. Let's talk about personalizing the email that you're receiving, because no one likes to receive generic email. I have not heard or seen one person raise their hand and say, please give me the most generic email that you can possibly come up with. No. Email and is meant to be a personal communication between you and your customer. Notice what I said. Email should be between you and your customer. You should not be sending out emails to people that have not already purchased from you. Now, that is my opinion on this, and I can back that up with some serious facts. Anybody wants to get in on that. But email is for people that are customers, and I would argue consistent customers of yours. Generic emails get ignored. Adding the recipient's name is just the start of this, though. You need to go deeper by referencing prior purchases, what their interests are, purchase history overall, or their location, things that they enjoy doing. Let me give you an example of this. Hey, Sarah, I saw you checked out our new backpacks, but you haven't purchased one yet. Here's a 10% discount for you. Now, everybody knows how I feel about discounts. We're talking to Sarah because she's purchased before, and we are offering a discount to Sarah because she's purchased quite a bit from us. So when Sarah knows our attitude about discounts, so when we offer a discount, Sarah's more likely to snatch that up. She's more likely to take advantage of that 10% offer. Are you kidding? You're talking about, $10, $15. It's not nothing, but still. You want to grab people's attention. You want to use automation tools to segment your list and to send only highly relevant email to people. If you think you are going to throw a list into an email, MailChimp or Klaviyo or any of these mail programs and just send out emails and that's going to be successful for you, think again. You're going to waste more money and effort on trying to get 1 or 2 sales or get very few sales. It is not going to be worth it to you. Don't do it. Highly selective target audiences with very pinpoint accurate offers. That's what's going to win the game to you. Tip number 3, start with a strong hook. Your first sentence should immediately grab their attention. Let me give you some examples. Maybe you ask a question. Hey, Wayne, what if I told you one change could double your email sales? Did you know that 80% of sales email never get read? It's a true fact, by the way. That's horrible. Think about it. Now, we're not talking about your emails. Your emails are all highly targeted and they're going toward people that really want to receive a message from you. Your emails are going to get read. They're going to be in the 20% of emails that actually get read through. Hey, David, are you struggling to get responses? You're not alone. I have the solution. These things are, when they open that email, they should go, oh, wow, man, this actually is an email. This pertains to me. I'm that guy. You always want to focus on the benefits, not the features. Big difference. That's tip number 4. Instead of listing a bunch of product features that may or may not pertain to the target of your email, highlight how it will improve all of their lives. Let me give you an example. Feature focused. Our software has AI automation, benefit driven. Save 10 hours a week with our AI program that does the work for you. You see how that's different? You already know the pain. You have found the pain, solved the pain, and no one has pain. This is how you focus your target, so your laser target right? You're a sniper. You are not firing indiscriminately to people. That's dumb. You are finding their pain and you are solving their pain. Tip number 5. You want to keep it very short and scannable. You want to make sure that when someone reads through that email, they are able to scan the page for keywords that are going to pop out at them and that are going to pertain to them. They're going to pick up a bunch of sticky things off this email and read it more in depth when they have more time. Because people do not read long email. They scan them. And you need to keep paragraphs to 1 or 2 sentences each. You want to use bullet points when you possibly can, and you want to make those key points bold, easy to pop off that page. Shorter email equals higher engagement. Bullet points will boost the readability of the email that you have, and you want to put things in bold for emphasis. These are the keys to a really good email. Something that people are going to get the information from whether they like it or not. Even if they didn't read it all the way through, they're going to pull that information from and take action on. Tip number 6, use a conversational tone. I almost said confrontational. I wonder why. Use a conversational tone. You're having a conversation with someone. Ditch the corporate jargon. Speak to your reader like a friend or your best customer. If you are too formal, we would like to offer you an exclusive opportunity to purchase our latest product. Boring. No one is going to respond to that. But a conversational sounds more like, hey, I got something awesome for you to check out. You are going to love it. That is more conversational, and it's more inviting. It's more like, hey, this guy's pretty cool. There's a little secret there. I wonder how many other people he sold this thing to. Tip number 7 is a call to action, including a clear, tell people what you want them to do. Tell your reader exactly what their next move is. Let me give you an example of a very weak call to action. Hey, Dave, let me know if you're interested. It sucks. A strong call to action is, hey, Dave, click here to get started now. Make sure that stands out and put a button or some bold formatting. Put that in, where they can see it. It's easily recognizable. They know they are directing their attention directly to their next move. Buyers need help. They're making a decision, and you want to assume the sale. You don't just send out email willy-nilly. You assume that people are hanging on every single word you say. Number 8, as if they needed it, and believe me, they do, add social proof. People trust 2 things. People love giving their opinion, and for whatever reason, people trust other people's opinion. People trust recommendations from folks. So include testimonials, reviews, or real numbers to build up credibility and make it okay. No one wants to be the first to buy something. But once you have the first sale, you'll have many after that if you know how to focus people's attention to that social proof. Over 5,000 business owners trust our tool and increased sales. Or come see how Sarah doubled her revenue with this strategy. Look, you are starting to think, oh man, I've seen these emails before. You can hear emails that you have in your email box right now with people that are doing some of these things correctly. Tip number 9, you want to make it extremely mobile friendly. About 85% of email is read on a mobile phone now. And that doesn't mean that people aren't reading them on PC, but they're looking at those emails on their phone. We carry that phone with us everywhere we go now. And well over 80% of emails are opened on mobile you should format those for small screens. In other words, it has flopped. We've already had that flop where most of it is now on mobile. Build for mobile. Use short paragraphs. Increase the font size. And use buttons instead of small links in your emails. Matter of fact, you could go to one email that is PC based, one email that is mobile based, and that should be part of your A/B testing, just to edify what I'm telling you right now. Because some of you, I can hear it right now, some of you are questioning this entire thing because you still think that PC or laptop or people are getting their email, and you're thinking of work email, you're not thinking of personal email. Personal email is now almost completely on mobile devices. That was tip 9. Well, here's tip 10, and this is what I promised you. A/B test. It's important to A/B test every single part of your email, from your subject line to the call to action. And here are some tips to keep in mind during these tests. Now, take heart. I'm going to explain to you what an A/B test is if you don't already know. So hang with me for a second. Let me get this out of the way, and then you and I will go over what an A/B test is if you don't already know. Test only one element at a time, because otherwise your results are going to be inconclusive. You're not going to know what caused that spike in open or that increase in readership. And make sure that you have a significant sample size in your testing. Don't just test this on 5 or 10 people. That's not a test. You can get no result from that. Move on to the next test once you find a winning element. Never stop A/B testing. It is a continual process. It's interesting how many people contact me, tell me that they did A/B testing, and I say, well, let's see the latest results. The latest results were months ago. And I said, well, wait a minute. Where's the recent tests? What have you learned since then? And they have absolutely no answer because they haven't continued to A/B test. You guys, things change. People's attitude about things change. We change the way that we do things. And so if you want to remain current, if you want to remain on target, you need to always do A/B testing. Your product will change. Your recipients will change. So a good, and we're trying to be a great email marketer here, is never done testing. Now, let's talk about what A/B testing is. Because what is it? A/B testing, it's also known as split testing. And I'm going to put together an example, and while I'm telling you, you're going to be watching these visuals. A/B testing is known as split testing. It's a marketing experiment where you compare two versions of an element, A element versus B element, like email subject line, a call to action, or the design of the email. And you're trying to determine which one of these performs better. The goal is to optimize your conversions by testing these tiny variations and then analyzing and getting data-driven results. We love data-driven results. Now, let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. If you've ever gotten a pair of eyeglasses or a prescription for your eyes, your optometrist does an A/B test every time he says, do you see A clearer or B clearer? And you say A. And he turns it, next, A or B, this or that. And he only tests two things at once for a reason. Because giving you that option, you have a much clearer picture of what it is that is making it and better. He's able to optimize your vision by doing this. You are going to be able to optimize your email performing the exact same tests. Here's how it works. First, you want to choose one variable. You have two identical email. Choose a variable. That variable is the subject line, for example. You only test the subject line between the two email. So one email A has the original subject line. Email B is going to have a change to that subject line. Everything else about those two emails will be identical. You will send that email out to your list, and then you are going to split the audience. A audience, B audience. You will randomly divide your audience into two equal groups. If your email list is 10,000 email that you're going to send out, you are going to send 5,000 of those people the A, 5,000 B, with no other changes. You will send them at the same exact day of the week. Everything needs to be identical to narrow down the one thing we are going to test, and that is the subject line. You'll get your results back. Once you get your results back, you are going to measure the performance. And you'll use metrics like what were the open rates? What were the click-through rates? What are the conversions? That's the number one really thing. That's what we're really looking for, to be frank. But you want to look at open rates, click-through rates, and conversions to see which performed better. And then if email B wins, you crumple up email A and you throw it away. And you make an identical email B, change the call to action, and you start it over again. And you do another test. And you perform another test. And you never, ever stop testing. And the winner takes all. The loser is carried out of the arena on their shield. They are vanquished, never to return. That is a proper A/B test. That is the quickest way that I can, or the most effective way, really, that I can explain it. So look, I want you to understand that email marketing, while people have other means of marketing, certainly, and by the way, this A/B testing is also used in different types of advertising as well. So if you're doing Google ads, if you're doing some kind of Facebook ads or anything like that, A/B testing is definitely the way to go. Yes, you can use that method on every other type of advertising, and you should be using A/B testing in every type of advertising that you do, and product sales, by the way. You can use this method pretty much in every aspect of your business. Listen, that's what I have for you guys this week. I hope that you enjoyed last week's episode. It's very strange to me what YouTube will allow and what they will not allow. If you did not watch the tariff episode, I urge you, go back, watch the tariff episode. They are not allowing me to advertise that episode to you yet. And they think of it as some kind of political advertising. And frankly, people talk about AI all the time. I'm very chilled on AI. I don't think that AI is anywhere near where we need it to be right now, because it is making far more problems than it is solving anything for us. But I look for that the podcast and listen and watch along and tell me in the comments of this video or the other video what you think of the United States tariffs on other countries right now. Frankly, I'm very excited about it. I think it's awesome. Look, until next week, have a great week. I hope you mini sales, and I'll see you guys next week.
No fluff, no hype, just the real deal. Wayne Altman's here, yeah, you know the drill. Talking business, talking shop, making moves non-stop. From e-com to hustle, straight talk, no props. Straight talk, no gimmicks, no lies. Hey, I break it down with the sharpest minds. Money, moves, mindset, grind. If you're ready to win, then tune in live. Big names, big games, all the lessons they bring, from Jelly Belly to AA Kings, from the startup grind to the top tier pros. We crack the code. Now here we go. Straight talk, commerce, getting to know with Wayne Altman. Let's start the show.